welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine and this is It's Just Christine. For today's video, I'm going to be planning for the week of March 18th to the 24th. This is technically, I guess, the first week of spring. Spring in Canada starts on March 20th, but I'm going to be using this kit from Sadie Stickers called Angelic. And as you guys can see, it's very much kind of like a fairy tale, a winter fairy tale kit. There is a reason why I'm using this kit, and I'm going to talk more about it during my plan with me. And yeah, so I'll just discuss everything while I'm doing my planning. So here are the full boxes. In the quote box here, it just says, "Fight for your fairy tale." And I really love this kit. This is such a gorgeous kit, and I love how whimsical and very wintry it looks. So I'm very excited to use it. And then here are her boxes that you can use throughout the plan with me. And then we have some functionals with the headers, some sidebar pieces here or layering pieces, and then you have your sidebar stuff with the habit trackers, Monday through Sunday box, some checklists, and then we have the date covered and bottom washi with some decos on the side right there. And then as usual, I also grab the floral deco that comes with the kit. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in this, please stay tuned. I'm going to try I'm going to try something a little bit different for this plan with me. I'm going to decorate basically the middle part of the page in my planner. I've been seeing this around. I believe Shantae does it in her planner, and there's another one that I don't know if Rachel from Gathered Plans also does it, but I think Danny with a Planny does it. There's a lot of people who does it, basically. And I really want to try my hand at it. It really sucks because I'm basically using one hand. But I think this kit is going to be such a beautiful kit. If done that way. So this is why I'm going to be doing it using this kit. Hopefully it'll turn out good. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. It will reflect my creative disability at the moment. I don't really know why I'm going to be doing it right now when I am basically not able to use my right hand, which is my dominant hand. But I think the kit it's just way too beautiful and way too whimsical for me not to try it out. Okay, so for those of you who saw my last plan with me and heard about what happened with my arm, I have a little bit of a, I guess, an update. Short story long, well, long story short, as a summary for the people who didn't watch my plan with me before, I injured my right arm to the point where I could barely use it. And actually the first few the first few days of when it happened, I couldn't even move it. Now I have like a little bit of range of motion from elbow down, and it's because it's not the part where it's injured. So when it happened, the whole entire arm was basically useless. But now that 2 weeks has passed, I'm getting a little bit more range from, like I said, like my right arm from the elbow down. It's getting a little bit better. But from my shoulder to my elbow, I still don't really have any, well, I can't say I don't have any range of motion, but there is a little bit of motion going on. So this is from the Pretty Pink coat. I'm just going to be using it to put it on top of that mini washi that I just dropped down there. So I finally saw the orthopedic doctor today. Actually, it's currently April 16th. And basically, the problem is, yes, my soft tissue around my my rotator cuff has been damaged, and the reason why it's been damaged is because apparently there's this calcium buildup that happened near my shoulder. Actually, not near my shoulder, basically on my shoulder blades, and it is causing irritation to the surrounding muscle, which is the rotator cuff. And that's the reason why my mobility is limited, I guess. It's because the rotator cuff is what is responsible for you being able to move your arm. It's the muscle that is basically in charge of moving your arm. And unfortunately, that is one of the arms that has been well, the muscle that was a little bit damaged. So yeah, that is basically the long story short. And I am now going to be going through physio and trying to kind of work my way back to health. I haven't really gone to my physio. I haven't started. They're just kind of did a consultation to let me know what has happened. But yeah, so that's my little update for what's going on with my arm. So I still kind of can't use it, but I can now use my hand. So just as long as it's like things that I can do above, like, I guess not too high up, I can definitely do that. So where my desk is too high, so I still can't lift my arm that much. And if I do try to lift it, it really does hurt a lot. So I still try to kind of keep the motion or the mobility less until I start doing my physical therapy for that. Yeah, so that's basically it. So if you guys ever do feel like you have some kind of issues with your arm, definitely get it checked out. I think that is one of my biggest regret, is I never really went to go check out my arm. And with the almost fall that happened to me, I think that's one of the main reasons why it got worse. So don't be like me. Definitely take advantage of the situation that you know that your arm is already, or like your shoulder is hurting, and you should definitely get it looked at. I didn't even know that you can get calcium buildup in your shoulder, and with the calcium buildup, it will affect the range of mobility. And I did ask the doctor that I saw that if I don't get it treated, what's going to happen. Obviously, I want to get it treated. It's just I was kind of curious. He did say that nothing really bad is going to happen. It can't really get bigger than that. It's just I'm always going to have that pain. And from time to time, if something traumatic happens with my arm, then I'm going to lose mobility on it as well. He also did mention that there was a couple of things that was wrong with me, basically. Basically, he also said that I have the frozen shoulder syndrome, where I do need to keep my arms moving, because if I don't, I could potentially lose mobility in my arm. My joints, or like my muscles, are just gonna stiffen, and it will not be a good thing. So that's why he highly recommends that I don't leave it alone, and to actually get it checked out, so that it doesn't get worser than it already is. Which obviously, yes, I'm gonna get it checked out. I am not crazy enough to not get it checked, especially since losing mobility on your arm is the worst thing, especially when you're so used to it, right? I am, like I said, predominantly a right hand person, so writing, eating, even taking a shower is really, really difficult. But yeah, I just have to take it like one day at a time. So first physio, and then we'll take it from there. They will try to, like, physio will try to also clear up the calcium buildup with electroshocks that they will do in my arm. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes, because he said it would be quite painful, but the alternative is not that great either, because it involves needles, and I don't do needles very well. So I'll keep you guys posted if you guys are interested in my road to shoulder recovery, which is really, really funny for me to say, because I'm not a very sporty person. So even when I was younger, I wasn't that sporty. So me having an injury, like physical injury in my arm, it's interesting. But yeah. To be honest, I really don't know how I'm going to be doing this middle part. And you know me, when I am stuck with a problem, I am going to leave it alone for now and move on to the next part. So like I said, I'm going to let you guys know why I decided to use a winter kit for the first day of spring. So funny enough, this week in Toronto, it snowed heavily. We had like snow after snow after snow. I think it was like 3 days worth of like winter storm. And that is really, really something that rarely, okay, I can't say it rarely happens here in Canada or Toronto in general, because our weather during spring, when it transitions from like winter to spring, is very sporadic. But we've never had a winter storm where the whole entire week it was just literally snowing. Sometimes we just get snow like once, or like even like for like an hour or like a few minutes, but never like the whole entire day and for the whole entire week. It was such a weird weather. And it's funny because while it was the first day of spring, my husband was actually shoveling our driveway. So that was really interesting to see. And that's why I just decided to put this kit for for this week. So here you guys can see my right hand. That's basically the limited mobility that I have. I can only reach up to there. I can't reach higher than, like, I can't reach to where my keyboard is. My keyboard is right here, and this is like my desk, and that's basically it. But I will try to keep moving my arm because, like I said, I don't really want my arm to be stuck in this position forever. But I do want to make sure that I do my physio first, then start doing all these exercises so that I know what to do. Because I don't want it to get it worse, right? So I want to make sure I know the proper exercise that I will have to do. And yeah. Yeah, so I already digressed from what I was saying. So this is that week, and that's the reason why I thought this kit would be perfect for the first day of spring. Also, funny enough, so you know how I mentioned to you guys that this is a very whimsical kit. I also finished 2 fantasy series, I guess that you would call trilogy books. I was reading The Kingdom of the Wicked and the trilogy, the one with Sarah J. Maas. What is that called? A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. So I finished both books this week, and they're very fantastical books, and yeah, they were good reads. So I thought, you know, whimsical books, whimsical kit, so why not? Through 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, so this is the base of my week. Before I do my day by day, I'm probably gonna do the decorations off camera, because I am kind of at a loss right now as to where I want to put what. But yeah, I'll be back with the day by day.
Okay, so on Monday, as usual, I do get to sleep in. Um, I I did wake up a little bit late, so I was late for work, but nevertheless, I still get my breakfast before I go into work. Since I don't really open the office on Mondays, I can be a little bit late and not have to worry about making sure the office is open for everyone else to come in. So I definitely decided to grab my tea. And then eventually I got to work and it was such a busy day, but that's um that's a whole different story because Mondays are always so busy. Unfortunately, I was done super late this day and I didn't really get a chance to do much at the end of the night. But I did get to edit and upload a video. So this week I actually was able to upload, I think, 2 or 3 videos. But I know I did upload my kind of like my flip through of my planner, my 2023 planner. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely do. So moving on to Tuesday. On Tuesday, this is when the first snow fell for this week, and everyone was very surprised that it was a lot of snow. But yeah, I wanted to mark that in my planner. So it snowed the whole entire day, and I was actually up quite early on this day, even though I started a little bit later. But I think I started a little bit earlier than I usually do. So usually I start at 11:30, and then this time around I started at 11 in the morning. And then my uncle did visit me at work on this day. So we did end up having lunch together. We just went to Tim Hortons and we kind of chit chat. he had to pick up something at my work. So I was like, hey, since it's almost my lunchtime, we might as well have lunch together. Yeah, so that was quite nice. And then I was then done late on this day again, not as late as Monday, but late enough. My parents were staying over at my house that week, so I picked up my mom from the train station, I guess, the station near my house, which is the public transportation. And then after that, I did cook dinner, which is I cooked beef teriyaki um, that night. It's actually one of like those very quick and easy beef teriyaki that I make when I don't really know what to eat. Sorry, not I don't really know what to cook, and I just wanted something really fast and really easy to kind of prepare. So yeah, you could either do it with beef or chicken. I get those really thin slices of like meat so that it wouldn't take that long. But yeah, so that is basically my whole Tuesday. And at the end of the day, I just kind of like chillaxed and did basically nothing. So moving on Wednesday. Wednesday was another one of those really crazy weathers where it snowed a lot. It was really interesting weather because it was like I said, it's the first day of spring and it snowed and it was really, really crazy. Everyone at work was really shocked. Um, which really wasn't, they shouldn't have been shocked because it was in the weather forecast. But yeah, and Wednesdays, I'm usually early shift, but before that, I actually had to drop off my mom at the GO station again, and she had to go to work. So, yeah, I stopped by there first. And then before I did go to work, I bought my tea and my bagel, which I always get. And then during work, there was just a bunch of meetings that I had to go to, and yeah, I was actually really I was done early on this day. I think I was done at 6 o'clock, which is I'm usually done at 6 o'clock. But I picked up my mom at the GO station again, and my mom, my uncle, my dad, and myself and my husband, we went to Tim Hortons to have some tea and kind of like chit chat and stuff like that. And then since there was a Walmart near Tim Hortons, we just decided to go to Walmart to grab some supplies and stuff that we needed. And then on Wednesday nights, we do have to take out the garbage because garbage day for us is Thursday mornings. So, yeah. And then moving on to Thursday. Thursdays, as always, is my early shift. It's like 8:30 in the morning, and it's just so crazy. I did have to drop off my mom and my husband to the GO station. My husband is working from home most of the time except on Thursdays. So I usually drop him off, and since my mom was over, I also dropped her off at the GO station. And then as usual, I had to obviously get breakfast and then open the office for everyone to um to come. But yeah, Thursday was actually quite busy for me. There was just a lot of things that I needed to get done. I believe it also snowed on this day, but not as much as it did on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And yeah, so after that, after work, I did pick up my mom and my husband at the GO station again, and then we just went home. I did get to film a video on this day. I just don't remember what video I filmed. Let me see if I actually wrote it down. I'm really bad at writing down things, guys, which is really weird because I do have a planner. Oh, I did memory plan with me. So that's what I filmed, and then I that night I edited and uploaded it so that it was good for Friday. And to be honest, um, we weren't ready to cook anything, so we just had pizza at Costco. And yeah, that was basically my Thursday for the whole entire Thursday. So on Friday I was actually working on this day, and again, it snowed a lot. Um, I felt like we were never going to be done with snow, and it was just a lot of snow. I was done quite early on this day. I think usually I'm done at like 4 o'clock. I think on this day, I decided to leave a little bit early because I was getting a really bad migraine. Since it's not really busy on Fridays since our office is not open and it's kind of like a catch up day for us. I just decided to like leave a bit early. At home, I did take a little bit of a nap because of the migraine. And then after that, we went to a local grocery store near my house and did some grocery shopping. There's just a bunch of, it's a Chinese grocery store, so there's a bunch of things that we needed. So we just grabbed the things that we needed and then we left. Um, for dinner, my husband cooked some crabs. So it's just basically like boiled or like sauteed crabs, which is really, really good. And since my husband did cook, I was I tidied up the kitchen afterwards. On Saturday, I was off on this day. So if I work on a Friday, I don't usually work on a Saturday unless it's like a special, not a special occasion, but unless I have to go in. So on this day, I did sleep in. Usually on Saturdays and Sundays, when I can, I do try to sleep in. Um, we went to Tim Hortons, myself and my family, to um to have breakfast or kind of like brunch, quote and unquote breakfast. And I did buy like some ingredients to cook shrimp pasta because I we were gonna go over to my in-laws because my brother-in-law is having, well, it's his birthday on the 24th, but we decided to do it on the 23rd. That's why we went to their place and had dinner there. But my brother-in-law really, really loves my shrimp pasta, so he's like, can you please make me some shrimp pasta? So I was like, sure, fine, I'll make you some shrimp pasta. And then after I cooked the shrimp pasta, we just went downtown to my in-laws' place and had dinner there. So we actually stayed there for quite some time, and we didn't really get home until quite late. So there really wasn't much that we did at the end of Saturday. Um, so while I'm still laying down Saturday, I'm just going to let you guys know that the decorations that I mostly use here is from the Pretty Pink Co. So if you guys can see the script that's on the near that March script, that's from the Pretty Pink Co. And then even the script itself is from the Pretty Pink Co. And there was also kind of like that squiggly line on top of the full boxes. That one is actually from Miss and Meow. Um, but yeah, if you guys have any questions regarding things that I use um in my spread for this, then just you can always message me or comment down below or whatever you want to do and ask me where I got it from. There was quite a few things that I kind of took from different shops to incorporate in this spread. But for like I said, for the most part, it was the Pretty Pinko, Miss and Meow, and then obviously the decos and the labels are all from the the um the shop, which is Sadie Stickers. Yeah, so that's basically it. So moving on Sunday. Sunday is my brother, not my brother, my brother-in-law's birthday. So I did text him and message him like, happy birthday, even though I still saw him on the 23rd, doesn't matter. I still messaged him and texted him. I was up quite early on this day because we wanted to get to church quite early. If anything, like it's Palm Sunday, so a lot of people are going to be at church, so we wanted to make sure that we had a seat. So yeah, and then after that, after church, we did have um Wendy's slash Tim Hortons because they're in the same kind of like plaza, the same building. My It was just me and my family. And then we went to the grocery store again, which is really weird. So, so I think we walked because I wanted chicken soup, and my mom makes these really good chicken soup. So I asked my mom to make me some chicken soup, and we didn't have all the ingredients that we needed, so we had to go to the oh my gosh, to the grocery store to grab some ingredients for it. And then that night, Sunday night, is always one of those like lazy nights where I just don't want to do anything. Well, obviously I did do the laundry because I always do the laundry on Sunday nights. And I did film and edit some more videos. I think it was another plan with me. And that was basically it. That was like my whole week, the whole entire week from the 18th to the 24th. I have a little bit more time to kind of talk, and yet I don't have anything else to say. Sundays is just one of those days where it's either I'm really, really busy or I'm not busy at all. But yeah, anyways, if you guys like this video, I hope that you guys will, press that like button, subscribe, and yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. If you guys actually have any questions regarding my arm and the situation around it, give me comment or message me if you guys want it to be a little bit more personal. But I'm happy to answer any questions. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much. Bye.